dirt, and clutter. Yan ang kalaban natin ngayon. It's been a long time coming. I'm finally gonna take care of this mess. When I'm done with this, siguradong mas madaling maglinis, gumalaw, mag-isip, lalong-lalo na, mas safe sa workstation ko. This is Go Rocky. Tara, samahan mo ako.
And let's start off by opening the automatic voltage regulator from APC. 1000 watts siya. Medyo sobra. Pero baka magamit ko naman siya for other equipment. And it's quite obvious that this came from Indonesia, from the model number IND. But still applicable for the Philippines. It has 3 universal sockets, just right, and you can hang this vertically or horizontally, but we're not going to be hanging. We're going to be using those garter bender straps. Tapos papalitan natin yung plug nito. We're going to use one with a grounding plug. Those are my trusty Lotus electrician scissors. Very nice scissors. You don't really need to go with a Velcro brand. There are alternative brands. I just had this lying around the house. Dami yan sa Ace. May 3M din ako lying around the house. Gamitin din natin yan. KSS, one of the best zip tie brands from Taiwan. And I had a problem with that. Wolf gear, very bad. Gardner Bender cable ties. These are going to be holding up the UPS and AVR. Very expensive at 45 pesos each, pero worth it naman. That's the Royo extension socket, 4-socket extension, universal sockets with individual switches. The best way to eliminate phantom power. Last but not the least, we have the Paseas Peas cable clip. Gagamitin natin to para ma-organize yung USB cord. Dalawang USB cords na nag-charge ng keyboard and mouse. That strip will stick onto the desk, and the peas, they call it the peas, that wraps around the cable so you can dock it on that strip. I bought these a couple of months ago, the USB plugs that are magnetic, interchangeable. You can change them to micro USB, C, Lightning, whichever you prefer. Dami niyan sa Lazada. Has a powerful magnet, actually. There, sticks on just like that. Those are all plastic, by the way. There's a metal strip inside that plastic strip. And this is how it makes contact with the device. Meron ng micro USB na naka-plug dyan sa wireless mouse, and it just magnetizes. Very convenient. There we go. Paseas. And that's my Gerber wire stripper. Cut that off. Strip it. Strip the shroud with my Paladin stripper. I usually use that for Ethernet cords, cables, and coaxial cables. Always remember that green is ground, blue is neutral. and brown is live. I'll be posting a link below for the wiring diagram. Pwede ka naman mag-hire ng electrician in case na wala ka pang confidence mag-wire ng kuryente. Always be careful when twisting copper strands. Some copper strands can be thin enough to penetrate your skin. Manonotice po dito na pang aircon yung nabili kong plug. That's because they ran out of stock for the regular plugs. But still okay since I have universal sockets anyway. Let's start putting aside all the equipment. Just clear the desk so that we can clean it up. Very nice desk pad from Alpha. This is the power filter for the speakers. The other row actually blew up, so the only usable row is the other side. So I'm not going to be using that anymore. And it explains why we're going to be using an AVR instead of the power filter. And I feel like it's a placebo. It's either that or sobrang mura ng binili ko. Let's get the base unit out of the way and start vacuuming. By the way, it's actually best to use the brush attachment for your vacuum cleaner. Hindi ko lang makita kasi. So, yan ang ginamit ko. And I'm gonna spray just some water on the surface of the wooden tabletop. Remember not to use any abrasives when cleaning wooden tabletops, especially varnished tabletops. Magiging white yung varnish kasi kakainin siya ng abrasive. Water is always the best cleaning agent, and it's safer. Corinne super ionized water. I'm just going to be using this for cleaning the monitor face. Hindi magandang gumagamit ka rin ng abrasives dito sa monitor mo. Kasi mag-fade yung top coating. In time, mag-fade siya. So it's best to use just water. Now I'm spraying my generic Pledge. I think I've had this canister for about 5 years. Hindi ko siya nagagamit dahil parang ang pangit ng spray niya. I think I got it from the 99 peso store in the mall. Pero sayang, gamitin na rin natin. Just buff the surface para kumintab. Also take care of the rear end of the monitor. Just gonna make sure that everything is firmly plugged in before we route the cables onto the arm. It's a nice DisplayPort cable from Ugreen. Mura lang pero magandang quality. Just routing the cables. Kakabit ko na yung webcam. That's the USB-B, I believe, 3.0 plug. Kasi yung mga Dell meron silang USB hub. Ito naman is yung USB-C para ma-connect sa laptop for a bigger display. I believe it also charges. PD din siya. Just gonna roll up some cables. I'm gonna plug in the webcam into the monitor's USB hub, so I don't have to route it all the way to the computer. Tatidy up ko na lang siya dito. Ngayon naman, babawasan ko yung arm. Kasi pag nakakabit yung dalawang yan, nakikita yung rod na yan. So iusog ko siya medyo tago para hindi siya kita. So ayan, tatanggalin ko yung first member. And then just move it. Para nakatago yung stand. This is a monitor arm from Loop, by the way, L-O-O-P, if you're interested. Mura lang. So ayan, nakita mo nakatago na yung vertical stand. Dati nakalabas yan sa left. So just cleaning up the cables. Minsan kasi yung static sa mga cables, pag hinayaan mo lang, nag-iipon siya. Dumudumi din yung mga cables niya. It's really optimal to separate the data communication cables from AC cables para walang masyadong interference. And just to plug in the XLR cable for the right speaker monitor. And that's actually a speaker isolation pad so that the speaker cabinet won't reflect any noise or sound onto the tabletop. So I'd be listening to more precise sound coming off the speakers and not from the desk. Trying to figure out positioning of the speakers. The mark of the unicorn. The DAC for the monitors. Finally, I decide to place it under the monitor, same way as it was before. Cleaning up the desk pad, cloth desk pads actually accumulate more dust and skin cells, so I picked up a lot using the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. There you go. Those are my frog feet. You have to be dexterous and act like a monkey when you're mounting these power units. Those are my lovely feet from the farmland. I had this table customized from AVMake Industries. They were very patient with my modifications. This is the Hamilton desk. By default, they have this wire organizer at the back end. Ito na yung wolf gear na zip tie. It's going to snap. This first one will snap off. Very poor quality. Sa isang packaging siguro, 10 or 15 yung nag-snap. Boom. There we go. See that? Hindi ganun ang KSS. May presyo din tong wolf gear eh. But it's a very bad quality zip tie. Snip it off. Just tidy the AVR cable. Fast forward the lid. That first plug is for the AVR, for the speakers. But later on, I'll plug that in on the left side. Kasi ang sequence niyan, from left to right, yung desk lamp, speakers, and then your computer system. Now I'm mounting the UPS. Hindi ko nagamit yung beautiful feet ko. Now I'm using my beautiful knees. Frog knees. Tie it down. Snip it off. Okay, and now we're making the plug. We're going to change the plug for the UPS. There are two reasons why we're changing the plugs. It's so that they would be flush on the wall and that we would have proper grounding. So left to right, speakers, then UPS for the computer system. Whoa, what plug is that? that's for the outlet, the main outlet, wall outlet. We replaced it as well with an Omni. See how flush the plugs are pointing down. That other one is another Omni. Actually folds down. Para walang magti-trip sa mga wires. This is a mesh shroud from Manhattan. Velcro siya. Magra-wrap around ng bundle ng wires. Pero later on, I would replace this with the coil wrap. Yung plastic wrap na nabibili din sa Ace Hardware. Almost done. Plug in all the speakers to the AVR. So left to right, extension cord, AVR, UPS. That's the arrangement. Yung extension cord, pang-eliminate lang ng phantom power. Kasi pag hinayaan mong nakasaksak sa wall outlet yung UPS, kumukonsumo siya. Nag-charge siya ng battery. Alright, just snipping off the excess zip ties. Diyan ko ginamit yung mga wolf gear na zip ties. I made sure that those were the good zip ties. $115-240. Kaya ganyan yung sukat niyan, 115-240. That's a measurement from my multimeter. So, ang procedure ng pagsindi, that's the desk lamp. That's the AVR for the speaker. And that's the UPS for the computer system. Yung AVR ng mga speakers is always on. Para pag sinindi dun sa extension cord, sindi siya kaagad. And that's the UPS. And the way you turn it on is on the side. Madali lang siyang abutin. That's for the Netgear mural, my digital frame up on the wall. Yun lang yung 110 Ethernet cable. And it's done. See the big void that's left here. Easier to clean. Better access. If you had a robot vacuum, wouldn't have any obstacles there. And I'm just gonna do a quick view at the back here. Pretty clean. I put the lamp at the back of the monitor just to even out the lighting coming off of the panel so that it would be easier to the eyes. There you go, nice and clean. Just a quick demo on the Baseus magnetic P's clip. So what happens is I just pull out from the strip and then attach it to my wireless keyboard magnetically. And that's how it works. Pretty simple. The third cable is actually for my phone when I'm charging. And that's about it. We're going to be looking at the B-roll, before and afters. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.